There's something strange about the exact moment you clicked on this video. Not random, not accidental. You weren't just scrolling for entertainment. You weren't just killing time. You were searching, not for noise, but for confirmation. Because lately, something feels off. Not wrong, not broken, just undefined. A feeling you can't quite name. You know where you want to go. You can see it, clearly. It plays in your mind like a scene from a movie you've watched 1,000 times. The life, the version of you, the moment it all works. And yet, you're not there. And that gap, that space between where you are and where you know you're meant to be, it's getting heavier, day by day. Some mornings you wake up electric, alive, focused, certain. You feel like this is it, like tomorrow. Everything finally clicks. But then, other days, you can barely move. Getting out of bed feels like lifting a mountain. Your energy disappears. Your clarity fades. And it starts to feel like you're running hard, but going nowhere. And slowly, quietly, a dangerous question begins to form. What if this is it? What if this is just how life is going to be for me? What if I'm the exception, the one it doesn't work out for? But listen carefully, because this is exactly why this video found you. Right now, at this exact moment, you are standing in the most important phase of your entire journey. The phase nobody prepares you for. The phase nobody talks about. The phase that quietly separates the people who make it from the people who almost did. You're not lost. You're not behind. You're in between. And here's the truth most people never realize while they're in it. This phase only reveals itself to those who are inside it. Once you cross over, once you break through, you won't need messages like this anymore, because you'll already be living it. Let me explain what's really happening to you. Right now, you're living in two realities at the same time. Yes, two. The first is the one you can see, the visible reality, where you're still building, still struggling, still waiting for things to align, still questioning, still trying. But then there's the second reality, the one you don't see, but you feel. The version of you that already made it, the version of you that has everything you're working toward, the confident one, the disciplined one, the fulfilled one. You can feel them. You know they exist. You know, somehow, you're becoming them. And the gap between these two realities, that's where you're stuck right now. That's the in-between. And it's disorienting. Because some days, that future version of you feels so close. It's almost tangible. You think like them. You act like them. You move with certainty. You feel unstoppable. And then, other days, that current version of you feels so far behind, so heavy, so uncertain, so inadequate. And suddenly bridging that gap feels impossible. That emotional whiplash, that back and forth, that chaos inside your mind, that's not a flaw, that's not failure, that's a signal. You are exactly where you need to be. Because growth, real growth, it's not clean, it's not linear, it's not a straight path upward where every day feels better than the last. No, it's messy, it's unpredictable, it's chaotic, it's 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, one massive leap, followed by weeks of feeling stuck again. And your mind? It hates that. It tries to make sense of it. It tries to predict it. It wants certainty. It keeps asking, when will it happen? When will it click? When will I finally arrive? But here's the truth. You cannot predict the breakthrough. You can only prepare for it. And preparation? It doesn't look like motivation. It doesn't feel exciting. It doesn't come with applause. Preparation looks like this. Showing up on the days you don't feel like it. Taking action with zero proof it's working. Choosing discipline over comfort, even when nobody's watching. And here's what you've been missing. You've already been doing that. Quietly, consistently, imperfectly, but persistently. Maybe you haven't given yourself credit. Maybe you've been so focused on how far you still have to go that you forgot to look back at how far you've come. But you're in it. You're doing it. And the exhaustion you feel, that heaviness, that mental fatigue, that's not weakness. That's transformation. Because right now, you're carrying 2 versions of yourself. The old one, that's slowly dissolving. And the new one, that's still forming. And carrying both, it's heavy. Of course you're tired. Now let's talk about that voice. You know the one. The voice that shows up on your worst days. The one that whispers, is this even going to happen for me? It sounds like doubt. It feels like fear. But it's actually something deeper. It's your system checking in, testing you, asking, do you still want this? Are you still willing to keep going? Because if you weren't serious, you would have quit by now. You would have chosen the easier path. You would have convinced yourself you didn't really want it anyway. But you didn't. You're still here, still trying, still searching, still wondering. And that wondering, that constant question of when, not if, that's faith. Messy faith, uncomfortable faith, doubt-filled faith, but faith nonetheless. Because if you didn't believe it was coming, you wouldn't still be here, you would have walked away. And that right there, that's your proof. Now here's something powerful. Every single person who has reached the place you're trying to get to, every single one, went through this exact phase, the in-between, the phase where you can see the destination, but you're not there yet. You're doing everything right, but nothing seems to happen. Belief and doubt switch places every other day, and they all thought the same thing you're thinking right now. Maybe I'm different. Maybe it works for others, but not me. Maybe I missed my chance. Maybe I'm not enough. But here's the difference. They didn't let doubt make the decision. They let action make the decision. And right now, that's the only difference between you and them. They're on the other side of the in-between. And you're still walking through it. But as long as you keep moving, you will get there. This was never about if, only when. So here's something practical, something real, something you can actually use. Stop measuring your progress by how you feel, because feelings lie. Feelings change based on sleep, stress, comparison, overthinking. They are unreliable indicators of progress. Instead, measure your progress by your actions. Ask yourself, did I show up today? Even if it was messy, even if it felt pointless, did I show up? That's progress. Did I take one step forward? No matter how small, that's progress. Did I refuse to quit, even when I wanted to? That's progress. Because the in-between phase, it's not measured by results, it's measured by consistency. Now imagine this. You're lost in a forest. No map, no signal, no clear direction. Just one choice. Move or stay still. If you stay, nothing happens. At first it feels safe, comfortable, but slowly it becomes dangerous. Because staying still in the woods, it guarantees one thing. You never get out. So you start walking, you pick a direction, you go. Maybe after 2 days, you realize it was the wrong direction. You're deeper in the forest than before. So what do? You adjust. You turn. You keep moving. Because every wrong path teaches you something. Every failure eliminates an option. Every step sharpens your instinct. And eventually, not perfectly, not quickly, but inevitably, you find your way out. That's where you are right now. You're in the woods. And no, you're not lost. You're learning how to navigate. And one day, sooner than you think, you'll break through the trees and see the clearing. And in that moment, you'll realize something powerful. The woods were never punishing you. They were training you. Here's what most people never understand. The in-between phase, it's not preparation for success. It is success. It's the most alive you'll ever be. Because once you make it, there will be new challenges, new uncertainties, new levels. So if you're waiting to feel successful before allowing yourself to appreciate this phase, you'll never enjoy anything. This, right here, this struggle, this growth, this chaos, this hunger, this is where you become the person capable of holding everything you're asking for. So stop rushing it. Stop wishing it away. Because one day, you'll look back and miss this version of you. The hungry one, the driven one, the one willing to do whatever it takes. That version? That's gold. Don't waste it. And if you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. Not something external, not validation, not instant success. The sign is internal. It's the fact that you're still here, still listening, still believing. That quiet voice inside you saying, keep going. That's your confirmation. You're not behind. You're not late. You're not lost. You're becoming. And the breakthrough you're waiting for? Pause for a second. Really sit with that question. Because you've been waiting, haven't you? Waiting for the moment things finally make sense. Waiting for the sign. Waiting for the shift. Waiting for something to prove that all of this effort, all of this patience, all of this quiet persistence is actually leading somewhere. But here's the part no one says clearly enough. That breakthrough, it's not coming one day because you'll suddenly feel ready. It's not waiting for you to become perfect, or fearless, or completely certain. It's not delayed because you're not there yet. No, It's coming because, whether you fully believe it right now or not, you already are, ready, capable, aligned in ways you can't fully see yet. You just haven't seen the evidence. Not the kind your mind is demanding, not the obvious, undeniable proof that makes you say, okay, now I get it. Now I know this is working. Because most of what's changing right now is invisible. It's happening beneath the surface, in the habits you've been building, in the discipline you've been choosing, in the way you think differently than you used to, in the way you don't quit, even when every part of you wants to. It's happening in the small decisions no one sees, the quiet battles no one applauds, the moments where you chose growth over comfort, even when it cost you something. That's where it's building. Not loudly, not dramatically, but steadily, quietly, powerfully, like roots growing underground before anything breaks through the soil. From the outside, it looks like nothing is happening, but underneath, everything is changing, everything is preparing, everything is aligning in ways you can't measure yet. And then one day, not when you expect it, not when you're perfectly ready, not when everything feels aligned on the surface, it breaks through. And when it does, it won't feel random. It won't feel like luck. It will feel inevitable, because suddenly all the confusion connects, all the delays make sense, all the setbacks reveal their purpose, all the moments you thought were wasted weren't. They were building you, shaping you, positioning you. You'll look back at this version of yourself, the one who doubted, the one who struggled, the one who almost gave up but didn't, and you'll realize that was the version that made everything possible. So if this hit you, not just on the surface, but somewhere deeper, if something inside you went quiet for a second, if something in you whispered, yeah, this is for me, then don't scroll past this moment. Don't ignore it. Acknowledge it. Drop 3 words. I'm still walking. Not because everything is clear, not because everything is working perfectly, but because you made a decision. A quiet, powerful decision to keep going anyway. No explanation, no overthinking, no need to prove anything to anyone. Just those 3 words. Because when you say it, you're not just typing a comment, you're making a declaration. To yourself, you're reminding yourself, I didn't quit. I'm still in this. I'm still moving, even if it's slow. And that matters more than you realize. Because most people, they stop, they hesitate, they turn back. But you're still here, still trying, still pushing, still walking. And right now, that's enough, more than enough. Because the truth is, you don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need perfect clarity. You don't need guarantees. You just need to keep moving. One step, then another, and eventually, without even realizing when it happened, you'll look around and you won't be in the same place anymore. You'll be further, stronger, different, closer than you ever imagined. So keep walking, even on the slow days, even on the heavy days, even on the days where doubt is loud and clarity is nowhere to be found. Keep walking, because the path, it doesn't reveal itself to those who wait. It reveals itself to those who move, and you're moving, even now, even here. So say it, mean it, own it. I'm still walking, and this time, believe it.